All right, welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over how to set up your MyOpenMath account and then some of the features that you'll use to get your coursework done, and we'll take a look at maybe our first couple of assignments. So the first thing that you'll need to do is to create an account. If you've already done this before, if you've already used MyOpenMath for another course, you can skip ahead. First thing we'll do is register as new student. If you've done this before, I think for some website, you're going to pick out a username and a password and all that good stuff. So at the very beginning, pick out a username, use numbers, letters, or an underscore. I don't care what you use for a username. Make something that you can pick out and remember. Password, confirm the password. Unfortunately, they don't tell you right now what the requirements are. I think it's 6 digits or 6 characters, but try it and it'll complain at you if you've gotten something unacceptable. First name and last name, this part actually matters to me. Put your first name in the first name spot and your last name in the last name spot. It'll help me identify you because the roster is in alphabetical order. Also, if you could make the name that you use here the same as whatever name you have on self-service, that'll help me match everything up when it's time to input grades, which is important. Okay, so there's that. Email address, put an email address in here that you use. In case I send you a message that's not through Canvas, I may send one through MyOpenMath, in which case it'll go to this email. If you want, you can get sent an email when you get a message. That part doesn't matter to me. You have to check the box saying that you're 13 years old or older. You have to check the box saying that you've read the terms of use. Down below, course ID and enrollment key. For course ID, that's on Canvas. This term is 260668. This varies term by term, but when I'm making this video right now, 260668. You'll find the course ID on the Canvas page as well. Enrollment key, you can leave that blank and then click on sign up. If you've done something wrong, MyOpenMath will complain at you, but you'll get the chance to fix it. If you have trouble with that, getting the account set up, send me an email and I will help you with it. Okay. Once you've gotten the account set up and thereafter, once you log in, you should see Math 10 online and then spring 2025. It'll be under courses you're taking, of course, not courses you're teaching. Probably you won't even have a courses you're teaching block in there. Go ahead and click on the Math 10 course. And then you should see something that looks like this. So some navigation things. Down the left side first. If you get messages, they'll be in here under messages. Forums, I've never actually used that. You can click on that and see what it does. Calendar, you can click on that, but it's kind of useless because the calendar is right here in front of you. Course map, click on that and see what it does if you like. Gradebook does just what you think it does. So you can click on that, although right now there won't be anything in there. Logout does just what you think it does. Okay, and if you want help using MyOpenMath, that's there too. Okay, across the top, home takes you to right here. My classes, if you have somehow more than one class, you can switch between them this way. I don't know if you have settings or if that's just me. You can click on that if it's there and see what it does. Logout does just what you think it does. Purple part here in the middle, that is kind of a repeat. Down here, the view, I don't think you have that. The kind of main and next important thing will be the calendar. So that shows basically some of our first assignments. R's here stand for reviews. This intro, I'll get to that in a minute. Down here, things in green, that's assignments for sections 1, 1, and 1, 2. So that's our calendar. Couple things on the calendar. You can navigate on the calendar by clicking on the double less thans or double greater thans to go backwards and forwards. You'll want to be careful about that. If you accidentally click on it, you can be off by a little bit and miss things. So here, notice that our first thing's due on the 28th. If I were to click on this back arrow a bit, now, okay, it looks like there's nothing there. If you don't pay attention to what the actual number dates are, it can look like there's nothing due. And the reason why is because I backed up before the class even started. So this calendar only goes through the 18th. If I click forward, okay, now what you see goes from January 19th through February 15th or so, and you'll see the assignments. If you click forward even further, then it's going to be gone because you're like partway into further into February, part of March. So make sure that your calendar is kind of situated right on our current date. So you can click on or now to get back to here. The other thing worth noting is that the days that you see on the calendar are the due dates for the assignments. So for example, this assignment for 1.1, it's due on February 3rd. This is the date that it's due. If something is on the calendar, you can work on it right now. So if we want, we could get into this 1.1 assignment right now. Sometimes people incorrectly think, okay, well, there's nothing to do in this class until Tuesday the 28th. And then I got 2 things to do. And there's 3 things to do on the 29th. They'll complain to me, okay, you have 3 things I'll do all on one day. Well, okay, you don't have to wait until that day to do them. In fact, you shouldn't. You should probably start like today on doing some of these things. These are the end dates for the assignments. Don't wait until like the 28th to do both of those and the 29th to do those 3. Okay, these are the end dates for the assignments. Okay, if you have questions about the calendar, let me know. All right, down below, the next thing that you'll see is a block for course information. And I'm sorry, the contrast is not real great there. This has the same kind of triangle navigation as Canvas has. Right now, the triangle is pointed to the right. If I click on it, you'll see it points downward and a bunch of stuff appears below that. Okay, you're going to see the syllabus right here. That's the syllabus we already saw in the other video. I put it here just so that you don't have to go back to Canvas to see it if you don't want to. Again, a link to the textbook. And then there's also an introduction to MyOpenMath assignment. This one kind of shows you things on how to enter answers and navigate the system and stuff like that. This assignment, although it shows a due date of January 29th, it's not worth any points. Okay, so if you don't want to do it, don't do it. It's not worth any credit whatsoever, either for or against. Okay, totally optional. Okay, and that's the one that shows here under intro. That's the intro to MyOpenMath. Okay, that's everything that's under the course information block. The most useful pieces are probably the syllabus and the textbook. Let's close that to get it out of the way. Okay, you'll see some videos and additional open resources down here. That's links to other textbooks and videos and stuff if you want extra resources. We'll have some prerequisite assignments. You'll see that in here under prerequisite review. So let me open that up now. The first thing is on fractions. Sometimes people are a little rusty on fractions, so we've got a little review of that. So again, keep in mind the open and close behavior for these blocks because it can be a little easy to get lost in these things. What you're seeing first, some learning objectives, links to the book, some videos, and then down here finally assignments. There's fractions video cued assignment, and then down here fractions exercises. The video cued assignment is a block all by itself, so we can collapse that temporarily. With the prerequisite information, all of the stuff in this kind of gray section, I would probably start with the assignments. That's a little different from our actual main content in the chapter 1 and beyond, because we assume that you already know these things. Unless you really feel kind of hazy with this stuff, I probably would not start by watching the videos because there's like 10 of them in here and you're going to be watching videos all day long. What I would do is probably start the assignment, and if you get stuck and want the help, go back and look at these videos. Okay, so fractions, that one is due January 28th at midnight. Everything is going to be due midnight. That is this assignment. If you want more detail on the calendar, by the way, click on down here where it says show all. There we go. So the one we were just looking at, this fractions exercises, that's due on January 28th. That's the first or the second of these R's. The first one is this simplify fractions video lesson, okay, also due on the 28th. So you can access the assignments here off of the calendar or down here in this kind of mess with all the triangles. So again, start with the assignments. If you get stuck, watch the videos on at least the prerequisite information. Okay, more prerequisite stuff is going to appear soon. All right, the main body of the content of the course is in the non-gray blocks. This first one is orange. Chapter 1 is on functions. This first link, chapter 1, reading and outcomes, that will take you to the textbook and also a listing of some of the things that you're supposed to get out of this course for that chapter. Okay. Then down below that, we have section 1.1. Back to the way this was looking before. So, all right, so video lessons. Again, this is a link to videos. I would probably watch the videos here, or at least watch my videos on Canvas first before starting the assignments. But again, if you get stuck, you can always go back to the videos. There's a video assignment here and a regular assignment right here, both on section 1.1. You may remember when we were looking at the syllabus, there was regular homework and then there was video assignments on the syllabus. Regular homework was worth 27, video assignments were worth 5. That's what this is about. The regular assignments are the ones like this one that just says assignment 1.1. The video assignments will say video assignment on there. Let me show you the difference between the two. I'm going to start with the regular one. Okay, clicking on that. I'm going to click start in a second. There's 200 points possible. Here's when it's due. I'm going to start that. All right, first question. I don't want to do that one. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm going to skip to the next question by pressing this little arrow. Let me go to one that I feel like doing. Lots of pictures. Okay, this one looks short. All right, so here it says, based on this table below, we're going to evaluate f of 2. If you don't know how to do this yet, it's okay. You haven't read the book or watched the lecture yet, but bear with me. All right, f of 2, when x is 2, it looks like f is 84. So I'm going to put in 84 here. Okay, now it says solve f of x is equal to 8. So for this one, we want to know what input corresponds to an output of 8. This time when the output is 8, the input is 1, so it looks like x is 1. I'm going to push submit question next. And you'll notice that it turns green. I get a nice green check mark, and 10 out of 10 points for that question. Okay, so moving on, one more question. I want to show you what it looks like if it's wrong. All right, so here f of -4 plus f of 5, let's say that that's 1, and f of -4 minus f of 5, let's say that that's 43. Okay, it's a big question. All right, instead of the nice green check mark, I get a red X because I did it wrong. I have 0 out of 10 points. I can try the next question, or I can get a similar question. Some questions you can, in some assignments, you can redo the question. So here I could change my answers and try to get it right. Other questions, you'll get only one try. It just depends on the question. I'm going to leave this wrong for right now, just so you can see how that looks. I don't feel like doing this anymore, so I'm going to push done. And I can see what I've got so far. A whole bunch of questions I haven't even started. There's got one that I did right, one that I did wrong. So far, my score is only 5% because I barely did anything. I could push resume up here to go back into it, or exit to get out of it. I'm going to get out of it. By the way, two things. One is if I get to talking too fast, keep in mind that for a video, sorry about that. Keep in mind that for a video, you can always rewind or set the playback speed to lower. A lot of times people set the playback speed to higher. Remember that that's an advantage to online classes. You can adjust the playback speed and rewind, which is nice. The other thing is the assignments, like the one I was working on a minute ago. I don't have to do all of that all at once. If I feel like I can log out, log back in, work on it again, anytime up until the due date. Okay, so you don't have to complete them all in one session. That is, however, not true for tests, but for the regular homeworks and video assignments, you can start and stop those as many times as you want up until the due date. let me show you a video assignment. Okay, video assignment 1.1. Let's start that. All right, so a little directions here, and then right arrow to go forward. So now here there's a video I can watch. Watch the video and then answer the question. Okay, and that's how that works. There are typically fewer questions on video assignments. This one there's only 5. Let me skip to question 4. All right, so this one, it would go off of the previous video. So the one video has like 5 different questions that correspond to it. So in general video assignments, you watch a video and then watch a handful of questions, and that's how that goes. All right, so that's how these regular assignments and video assignments look. We had section 1.1, we played with that a little bit. Section 1.2 is on domain and range, and so far that's all that's available right now. All right, so once again, I can't emphasize this enough. The calendar shows the date that things are due. So make sure to keep an eye on due dates so that you don't miss things. You can click on the gradebook to see how you're doing. If I do it now, it's not going to let me because I'm not a student in the class. But you can click on your gradebook at any time to get a snapshot of how you are doing. If you have any questions over how MyOpenMath works, or you get stuck, or of course, if you have any questions over the content, be in touch. The next thing that you'll want to do is watch the videos and read the notes on Canvas, and then get started on some of these assignments. In the meantime, if you have any questions, let me know, and have a pleasant day.